Okay, so I went to go see I Am Number 4 tonight. I Am Number 4. I really wanted to get home as soon as I could remember everything that happened because I wanted to tell everyone that it was the worst movie ever. Ever. Like, I've seen horrible movies. I saw The Ugly Truth. That was pretty bad. I've seen awful movies. The worst movie ever. Come time travel with me back in my DeLorean. I had to see it in IMAX. Mainly my fault, also Tampa's fault, mostly traffic's fault. I had to see it in IMAX because I couldn't make the 6 whatever showing, so I had to go to the 7 whatever showing, and it was only in IMAX. So sidebar, $15 in IMAX. So for that, I need to see something pretty spectacular. Like, I'm not saying my face has to melt off, but I wouldn't argue if it did. Just saying. So we went to go see the 7 whatever showing, and for the record, I had fun with the people I went with. And I love seeing movies, so even if it was bad, I still like to see it because I'm like, oh, I did see that. Let me tell you how I feel about it. Medium. No, not medium. Awful. Awful. Worst movie ever. First of all, spoiler alerts if you don't want to know what happens, even though if you watch the trailer, you pretty much know what happens. Don't watch it, or don't listen to this. Not that anyone is listening to this, but just so you listen to this, don't waste your money, especially if it's 15 Treehouse dollars. So, starts off with blonde boy, Alex Pretty Face, and he's like jet skiing in Florida, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. And you find out that he obviously is number 4, which they reiterate like 11 times. Like, I get it. I know how to count. We killed the first 3, which we say 4 times. It's like, number 1 is dead. Number 2 is dead. Number 3 is... I'm like, I know you're number 4! That's what the movie's called. That's what my ticket says. You've said it 4 times. I got you. Number 4. I'm on it. I'm here. I'm on your level. Let's move on. I get it. You're number 4. They're killing in order, and you're next. I don't care. I gotcha. So he's talking about how he's number 4, and he has like this Timothy Olaface, whatever his name is, the guy from the Crazies. He's his like dad, mentor person. It's not his dad. They go back and talk about where he actually came from. I don't care. Some planet somewhere that like it was people were dying and they had to leave and they saved 9 children and they sent them to Earth because obviously that's the safest place to go. Why do we send things to Earth when we want to keep them safe? Earth hasn't had a great track record of keeping itself safe. So why would we send magic alien babies to Earth and be like, ha, I know where you'll be safe. Earth. Specifically Florida. No. And then they're in like the most dangerous places ever. They're hiding them in like Florida, Mexico, and Africa. Like, we couldn't put anyone in Nebraska. Nothing happens there. I don't understand. 1 through 3 are dead. 4 is left with his little dad person who's not his dad because his dad is dead. They never really say how or why he's important, but he's dead. He left him a magic music box that like lights up in the clock. We don't talk about that either. Because they never say what that is. It's got like a rock inside. I don't know. So his dad, mentor, protector thing, moves around with them around the country, and they're like professionals, and they've been doing this a long time, and they're good at being invisible, and like he is somehow hooked up with 1 million computers and knows how to make fake IDs, and I don't understand. And he's got like this killer like red, it's like not red, it's like a blue saber thing that kills the bad aliens called like Mongols. I don't even really know what their names are. It's like Mongolis. They're like, okay, back up. The villains of this piece are like 8-foot lizard men. They have like gills on their face that they breathe through and like all this other nonsense, and they have like tattoo heads. It's like the stupidest looking villain I've ever seen, and like crazy lizard teeth. They're running from them. So they run from Florida to Ohio, which seems like a safer place. I'm just saying, that was the best move yet. They go to Ohio, crazy foreclosed house, which happens to still have electricity. Another thing I don't understand. But whatever. So we move to Ohio, and then Alex, Pretty Face, is like, I won't be a prisoner. I've got to go to school. Because where kids feel the most free is at public high school. I'm just going to put that in there. You have unlimited possibilities, and what do you want to do? Go to English. No. So he goes to school, and of course, his first day enrolling in public high school, he meets Diana Prettyface. And she's like in the principal's office, and long story longer, she's like this misunderstood blonde girl who used to date the quarterback football team, but he broke up with her and said mean things, and now she's all jaded and confused and takes lots of artsy pictures. No! If you're blonde and a cheerleader, you're not misunderstood. You're like the most typecast human in America. We all get it. I know who you are. America knows who you are. Even alien number 4 knows who you are. You're not misunderstood. I understand. If you're going to be misunderstood, first of all, you have to be brunette or at least a redhead. You can't be blonde. You just can't. I'm sorry. It's against the rules. I don't even have any blonde friends. Someone is blonde, I'm sure. Leanne, you're blonde. You just can't be misunderstood if you're blonde and popular and perfect looking. She's all like, I'm super beautiful, but no one really understands me. Everyone understands you. That's why they put you in the movie, baby. But whatever. And of course, he's instantly drawn to this mysterious blonde photographer girl who takes all these artsy pictures and puts them on her blog. Then he meets this like random artsy space kid who of course is being bullied and he protects and blah, 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 blah. They're being beat up by the football team. I was like, what is this? Is this Back to the Future? Or is this I Am Number? Let's kill this guy. Because I'm so tired of this movie. It felt like 7 hours. So they're like running from the Mongoli things or whatever. They're in Ohio. And then in like a day and a half, if that, he falls in love with Diana What's-Her-Face, who BTW is not a great actress. I don't understand. Whatever. He falls in love with this girl. It's very adorable. But it's not. The writing is terrible. The writing is awful. And the acting is not great. So you're like, of course you're in love after 28 hours. Sure. So then they kind of get found out and they know that he's there because his hands are like lighting up and being crazy. So the protector, Timothy Oldface, whatever his name is, was like, we gotta leave. We gotta get out of here. And Alex Prettyface is like, no, I'm in love. I can't leave. You've known her 12 hours, 20 whatever hours. You were, what? No! No! You were just making out with some girl in the ocean. You're not, no! And then they have like this space fight in the backyard like 30 seconds after the cops leave. First of all, if the cops came to my house and were like, oh, I think you're an alien, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm totally not. Everything's cool. And then they leave. And like as they're pulling out of the driveway, I'm like, space fight time with Dad. No! No! But they space fight on the barn, and then he gets him in like, the dad gets him in like a headlock thing, and he's like, we have to leave, son. You know we have to leave. And the kid's like, I can't leave. I love her. I'm not running anymore. And it's like so stupid. And then the dad's like, he like grabs him by the jacket and he's like, we're aliens. We're not like humans. When we fall in love, it's forever. Are you aliens or are you penguins? I do not understand. Everything can't be Twilight. It can't be like, when I love, it's more intense than anything. You know what's really intense? When regular people fall in love. I think that's a great story. Why is it special? More importantly, when blonde girl finds out that he's like a space alien, he's like levitating shit with his hands, and she's like, oh my god, that is so hot. And I'm like, if I saw someone like on the side of a barn house and he was like, ah! With like a sheep in the air and like stopping police cars with his hands, I wouldn't be like, hey, hey, hey. How you doing? I'd be like, you get the fuck away from me. You stay over there. I'm going to be over here. You take your space hands and your like Chris Angel shit and go talk to Playboy kids because I'm not messing with that shit. It looks fucking crazy. And he's always like, ah. And she's like, who are you? Obviously he's an alien or a demon. It's one or the other. And why would you want to be with either? Blonde Diana, Ohio, go be back with the football player, which, spoiler alert, is how the movie ends anyway. But whatever. So they decide they're not going to run because he's in love. And obviously, we should be ruled by a 17-year-old's emotions. Did I mention Earth's on the line in all this? Because in all these movies, Earth is obviously on the line. Because 8 mongoloid alien things with a huge bat, BTW, that they carry around in a semi-truck could definitely take down the planet. But whatever. So he goes on this like hayride adventure thing with blonde girl. And they're like in the scariest funhouse I had ever seen in my life. I don't know how small town Ohio puts this on, but like, what? That was the scariest part of the whole movie, the haunted house. Just gonna put that out there. They're in this funhouse thing, and the whole time there's like these football players that like used to be involved with blonde-faced girl, but now like they're upset because new blonde-faced boy is dating blonde-faced girl, even though everyone in this movie's blonde. Whatever. So, when they're in this, like, haunted mansion thing, the kids with night vision goggles, where did they get those? Also, like, attack him, and he's, like, using his alien superpowers to get them away. So stupid. He, like, throws them 80 feet in trees, and they fall. No one dies, BTW. No one dies. I propel you with my alien lizard hands 30 feet in the air. You crush down onto a branch in your face, but you're fine. Walk it off, honey. They attack him, right? They're like beating him up, and they take the blonde girl and they throw her over their shoulder and they run her through the forest and they take her back to like her ex-boyfriend football player. They did like a full Navy SEAL assault on these two kids, and they take her to talk to ex-boyfriend, and he's like, we need to talk. And she's like, this is not the time to talk. And I'm like, you just almost killed 12 people, so you